we're towards the tail end of this thing, so you've seen 2 full plus days for the trade.
Right.
And you've been seeing a lot of people.
We've been seeing a lot of people. We haven't been completely full in terms of our itinerary, but again, I think it's been quality as opposed to quantity. We have seen some smaller tour operators surfacing with interest on Dominica, not necessarily from Germany, but from the surrounding countries, Scandinavia, Sweden. And that is a market that we are interested in because of, number one, the fact that our product resonates with them, and number two, very few of them have friends and family on island. So they help with the occupancy rate and the economic contribution once they visit Dominica.
Do you get a sense that you're seeing smaller this year certainly in terms of the use of stands and so on?
Yeah, I would say that there are fewer islands represented at least in this hall. And I would also say that both in terms of the stands, certain people have taken less space. I think it just speaks to a different way of doing business, that the trade show as it used to be may not necessarily be the medium by which people need to conduct business. And so I think that trade shows in and of themselves may be going through somewhat of a metamorphosis and have to rebrand and redesign themselves.
But I've spoken to quite a few people here over the last several days who think that, this notwithstanding, that it is absolutely essential that you be at ITB. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, there are 2 trade shows that right now private sector are telling us that we need to be at, and that if we're not there, it would send the wrong message. One is WTM and one is the other is ITB. And we appreciate the way in which the German tour operators do business here. When they come to visit you, they come with their ducks in a row, and they come ready to do business, ready to request what they believe will improve your product in the German marketplace, and what most importantly will increase the numbers. So I continue to mention that ITB is in fact one of the trade shows that you need to be at, and certainly for us the German market is one that we think we need to continue to be in.
We do hear people talk very often about return on investment, and whether you're coming in, you do see the numbers from Germany and the surrounding Eastern European countries, both Western and Eastern European countries, but a lot of the Eastern European and Scandinavian countries here, whether it's actually worth it.
Well, for us, it's a growth market. The numbers aren't huge. I mean, we're doing maybe 3,000 visitors from this market, and it pales in comparison to what some of the others are doing. But we believe that a contribution to the economy is important. It's larger than some of the other places, again, because of the fact that they do stay in hotels and that they do stay a minimum of 4 or 5 days if they're doing a multi-destination package. And if they're doing 100% Dominica, they're staying anywhere from 7 to 10 and even 12 days. So we believe that it's important, and again, the product that we have resonates with them. It's always difficult to determine what your return on investment is in terms of trade shows, and that's something that we battle with every day. But we're gonna stick with it until there's either a clear-cut answer that says we ought not to be there, or there's a better proposition to spend the money, and we continue to review those.
I got a quite interesting observation from one of the people I spoke with, who suggested, yes, you come in, you meet tour operators and some other trade, you meet the media, but there is quite a bit of learning that happens at events like this, particularly at ITB as well. Your thoughts?
Well, there's always a bit of learning that happens, whenever you speak with, whether it be with the trade, because they're telling you what's happening from a consumer perspective. So the psychographics of why people travel is always important, helps you with your messaging, with your branding, and the like. And again, the market being important to us, it's a good thing to understand why people are traveling, and what's important to them. We have particular challenges with access, and we're always looking for the best hubs that can service Dominica and can service the German source market in coming to Dominica. So, the issue of going through France into Guadeloupe and Martinique and then taking the ferry in appears to be the primary source. However, there are other options that are becoming available in terms of airlift to St. Martin and also even through possibly St. Lucia.
And you were at that CTO meeting yesterday, and Liat was there. I know you've been talking to Liat, and afterwards they revealed to me that they're doing this interline agreement with Condor that will help facilitate travel through other Caribbean destinations. Excited about that?
Very excited about that, to the extent that there's a connection from wherever Condor is flying into that services Dominica same day. I think that will open up the market to a different set of clientele who may not necessarily wish to do the ferry in from Guadeloupe or Martinique. So to the extent that capacity is improved and the convenience of travel is improved, then I think it only bodes well for an island like Dominica, especially in a market like this.